Day 101, July 13th. Time to get up. All right, good morning, guys. Just getting started here. Trying to get my feet to warm up. I say I have morning feet because sometimes when I crawl out of the tent, try to stand up, I'm like, oh, my feet hurt. And they're sometimes sore and kind of achy first thing in the morning till I get walking and kind of get everything warmed up and remind it what we're doing. So today should be an easier day. Not quite as much elevation gain. We're first potential good water source is in about 4.8 miles, 4.7 or something like that, and we have to walk down a little side road to go to the spring. So I took off. Hoover's coming behind. We're gonna meet there, get some water, but that's only about 800 feet in elevation over 4 miles, so hopefully it's spread out, but it might be all at once. Who knows? Well, look at this. Coming across the little saddle here. Today's a big day. I mentioned it yesterday. Today, we leave California and we enter Oregon. That's in about 16 miles from here. That'll be awesome. A little emotional. California is so long. And it seems like it feels, the northern terminus feels so much closer now. I mean, Oregon's like 450 miles, which basically 3 weeks. And then Washington's like 500 and some miles, so we're within 6 weeks or more of getting to Canada. After, it's like, wow. I mean, you spend 3 months, April, May, June, half of July, getting through California, and then it just seems like, oh, things are gonna start to click and go. And I mean, we feel strong. We do 20+ mile days, and yesterday we did 18 something, but it was, you know, like what, 6,000 and something feet that we went up. So it's getting close. We'll be there before we know it, and then we'll move on to bigger and better things in life. Although this has been an epic journey, and definitely have had time to think and learn. Read some good books. I think I'll put a book on now and learn a little bit. I downloaded a crash course on endocrinology for med students because I want to know more about the hormones and enzymes in our body that drive so much. Okay, we'll see you down the trail a bit. Hey guys, this is around mile 1677 or so. Let me double check. Mile 1677. Moving along today, not quite to our first water source, but I think under a mile. But the water source is like 0.8 of a mile down a road. So that's going to add 1.6 miles to our day that are non-trail miles. But both Hoover and I need water. And while we could probably survive to go to the next water source in another 5 miles, we're risking further dehydration. And we both feel like we're a little dehydrated right now. So we're going to get this water and camel up and do the extra mileage. Ah, bug flew right in my eye. I don't know why they do that. Bugs love to just like kamikaze eyeballs. They like to fly around in front of your face too. It's super annoying. I could put on a head net, but that's kind of annoying too. So, oh, look at this. I think we've done most of our climbing to this first water source, but I don't know. All right, I'll show you the water source when we get there. So this is the road we're beginning to walk down for 0.8 miles to get to water. I don't know how steep it's going to get. Right now it's not bad, but we'll see. Here's the spring area. The actual spring head area is all fenced off just to try to keep probably cows and horses and everything from going over there and trampling on it and messing it up. But below this little fenced off area, the spring runs down. Fairly good flow, easy to collect. Collected 2 liters, drank about 600 milliliters, and packing 1.4 milliliters to the next water source, which is in about another 4 miles or something like that. But we've got to get back up to the trail. Some people have said they just like cut straight up and bushwhack their way up to the trail, but we're not inclined to do that. So I think we might be at least walking the road back partway before we maybe try to cut up to the trail. What's this say? Please keep vehicles off the fragile metals. We decided just to walk back up the road instead of cutting up cross country in soft dirt, which would probably be more challenging than just walking back up the road. So we just went back up the road. And now we are back on the PCT. Just touching base on today's travels. Elevation gain is, much more moderate today. And currently I'm on a 500-foot downtrend to our next water source. And, you know, unlike the Sierras where water seemed to be around every corner, these, the southern Cascades in northern California and Oregon are tending to be more arid and water more sparse, and thus once again a focus of our attention to make sure that we stay hydrated. I'm getting excited though that we're going to be in Oregon. It just seems like such a big jump because, you know, California was so long, and Oregon, heck, a lot of people do that in 3 weeks. So, which is kind of our goal. And the fact that now we're thinking about our end game in tagging the terminus and getting back to Seattle and getting airplane rides home is just seeming to be that much closer. Not that I'm, you know, wishing for the journey to be over, because it definitely is a lifetime experience. But I kind of am, I guess. Kind of like serving a mission, and you get close to the end of your mission, and while you loved your mission, you start getting anticipated, and you start anticipating returning home. And Tony just sent me a text that says, I can't wait for you to come home and work with me. I can't either. That'll be awesome. But I still have weeks ahead of me and miles to go. And I don't want it to be over until it's over. A wild animal. Look at that. Yeah, you. You bell ringing heifer. I've been seeing and hearing those cows for about the last 2 hours. Hi guys, this is mile 1690 of the Pacific Crest Trail. When you're at mile 1690, you will see what I'm seeing, what we're showing you right here. This. You'll be on the side of a hill. You'll be climbing. Until you get to right here, where you're going to go down a little bit. Oh, I am getting closer and closer. Like under 2 miles now to the northern border of California and the southern border of Oregon. We are 1/3 of a mile from the California-Oregon border. And we've been working on this last 250 feet of climb or so from the spring. I think we're at about 180 now. But I picked up 4.1 liters at the spring, so I'm carrying an extra 8 pounds, and I can feel that. 2/10 of a mile away and 131 feet left. You might be saying, why'd you pick up all that water? I'm like, well, we're going to dry camp tonight and another half mile past into Oregon. And I was dehydrated from last night. Well, I've been trying to drink a lot today. I want to make sure I am not dehydrated, so I plan to drink a lot. And if I don't need it in the morning, I'll dump it. I don't have to carry it a mile. But obviously, I'm huffing. We're not that high in elevation. I think, I don't know, whatever it is, 6 something. I haven't really been paying much attention to elevation. I had my mileage and stuff wrong. I think the border is nearby. Less than 1/10 of me from me now. In fact, Hoover stopped, so. Are you at the border? Huh?
No, it just stopped.
It's close. There's not a mark. According to the Far Out app, we are officially in Oregon. The border we've gone over, I'll put a little snippet of the app showing the blue dot is where I am, and showing that it is before the sign, which is here. And I am not quite there yet to the sign. I see something on a tree up there though. Maybe. You see something on a tree there? So, we are now doubly out of California! Alrighty. We're 7 weeks away from the terminus. California and Oregon border. Mexico, 1,694 miles. Canada, 958. And there's a registry here to sign. Huh. This guy just came over out of California into Oregon with me and wanted to do a quick interview. What's your trail name?
My trail name's Meat Hands, and I'm from Vermont.
You're from Vermont?
Yeah.
And what inspired you to do this trail?
So I did the long trail in 2019. I did the Colorado trail in 2021, and I figured I'd just keep going a little bit longer each time. And so here I am out on the PCT. It's supposed to be the most beautiful of all the Triple Crown trails, and since I was going to do my first one, I thought I'd start with this one.
Okay, so you started at Campo?
May 15th.
Yeah, and you're going all the way to Canada?
That's the plan.
All right. See you there in 8 weeks.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye. Okay. Called it quits. We went 16.6 miles today. We did just shy of 3,000 feet in elevation gain. And we're just tucking in. We'll eat something. And then we'll sack out. That's it for day 101, right?
Yep.
101, yeah.